Hello students, welcome to the lecture on political culture. Today I want to explain why Texans feel the way we do and why we vote the way we do. Some of it has to do with history, but some of it has to do with what we believe that government should do. Before we get started, there are some questions we have to ask ourselves. First of all, what is political culture? And how much does it really matter in dictating how we act politically? Political culture is a broadly shared set of values, beliefs, and attributes about how the government should function. If citizens don't agree on how government should function, it's very difficult for them to come to a compromise about who should be in office, what types of policies government should pursue, and different aspects of the political system. So when we think about political culture, we're really coming from a place at its base that asks, what should the job of government be? What is it that we expect government to do, and what is it that we don't expect government to do? For example, if I expect government to do many things for me, to provide me many things, and you expect government not to provide you with anything, then we're going to have very different places to begin our conversation about what we think the job of government should be. Another question is, who should government provide things to? Is it to all of us? To some of us? To those that pay taxes? To those that don't pay any taxes? To anyone within its geographic borders? Or something else? Who matters in a government and who governs? These are all really large questions that we have to deal with, and they all involve our political culture. According to your book, there's 3 different types of culture. There's a moralistic culture, which is the first one. In a moralistic culture, there's a belief that government should be active in promoting the public good, and that citizens should be active in participating to make sure the government does its job. In a moralistic system, government should take care of the many and not the few. It is the benefit of the majority that government should strive for. The second type of political culture is individualistic. The belief that government should limit its role to providing order in society so individuals can pursue economic self-interest. In this type of system, it's not the government's job to provide services, but instead to ensure good economic conditions so that citizens can prosper economically and so that they can be as successful as they choose. The third type of political culture is traditionalistic. It's the belief that government should be dominated by local elites and guided by tradition. Elites in this case are just folks in power. So they're not concerned necessarily with the needs of the many. They're not necessarily concerned with good economic conditions. But it's the idea that government should be bound by the traditions that created it. So thinking about these three different political cultures, you can imagine how that has an impact on public policies that different states choose. If we think about what type of culture Texas has, we can see that it's a low tax and low service state. When you have a state that doesn't collect a lot of taxes, that means there's less money for the state to pay for different services for its citizens. Therefore, it can't be a moralistic state because it doesn't have the ability to provide services for the many. Texas instead is a mixture of traditional and individualistic political culture. So as you're reading through Chapter 1 and completing the lessons for this week in your discussion board, think about how political culture matters in shaping the types of policies that we promote, the types of people we elect for, and our agreements and disagreements about what government should do. Thank you.